Los Angeles 2020, the place of my birth, the home of the stars, the home of the homeless, got locked down for an entire year. I finally had full permission to hide from all the glassy-eyed transplants that congest the arteries of the city. On the few occasions that you did leave the confines of house arrest, you got to see the city breathe. Perhaps for the first time in my life. The sky cleared up, the animals came down from the hills. Every line in the cardiovascular system was wide open. Only delivery cars passing each other on the empty streets. Even though it was a time of fear for most of us, I kind of hoped that it would never end. I finally had my city the way it appeared in my dreams. Make no bones, this was still a lockdown. I started to ask myself, which is worse, being in love with your cellmate or fearing that they will raise a shiv to your neck while you're napping on the job? All of a sudden, the already omnipresent news, television, internet took on a new stature of importance. It was the increasingly strained lens in which we perceived the things going on outside our front door. From the death tolls to whatever is going on with people you sort of know. Did you hear they broke up last week? Or, yeah, I guess he's headed back to rehab. The usual gossip, face-tuned by a COVID mask. All the while, the country is burning to the ground either by wildfire or protest. They're looting the shoe stores on Fairfax. They lit the Wells Fargo. About fucking time, if we're being honest. Dangle wealth, status, and lifestyle out of reach for long enough, and people are going to get their beaks wet by any means necessary. Tina and I split up. She moved out of the house without warning, under the cover of night while I was laid up in the hospital. She later texted me saying she watched me come home on the security cameras. Ratchet shit. I guess she wanted to see the pain in my eyes. And you know what? I kinda already knew when I pulled up the street that day. She was prone to paranoia, and I saw the splitting starting to gain traction months ago. Rather than confront her demons, she made me out to be one. Can't really blame the girl. Sometimes it's easier to live by meme than to participate in your actual life. Does social media ever convince you that you aren't the hero/victim of your story? When we first met, I wondered if God was smiling at me or if he was laughing at me. Later, I realized it wasn't me he was looking at all. It was her. And in a short breath, she was gone. My city and I were waking up from a deep dream. Why do we do this to each other? When the numbers seem to be so stacked against happiness. When the digital grass is always greener on the screen than it is right in front of your face. I don't know. There's a quote from a better writer that I'm going to get wrong here. I will remember the kisses, our lips raw with love. I gave you everything I had, and you offered what was left of you. Well, that about sums it up. I guess we need love, just about as much as we think we do. And if you can find some, you should hold on to it as long as you can. In the end, would I do anything different? Probably not. And I'll do it all over again.
Imagine yourself.